Okay, so let me just repeat one thing again so that we understand it. It's the following. For example, if I have table number 1 join this table number 2, join this table number 3. If I do the join here first, is this equivalent to table number 1 join افتح bracket table number 2 join table number 3? We did talk about this one last time. Are they equivalent to this two يا شباب ولا لا? Will they give you the same output?
Yes, they give us the same output.
The same output, okay. But what are we doing here? We are doing this one first, then the output of this one, we are joining it with this one. صحيح? أما هنا, we will do this one first, then the output of this one will join it with this one. Let me do it in a different way, easy way for you. Let me draw this one for you. So take T1. I will draw this. I will take T1 and with T2 and T2. Sorry. And T2. Take these two and join them. So join T1 مع T2. Now the output of these two together, again, you join it with who? With T3. So this is the same as this. Is that okay, ya shabab? What about this one? This one, you do first of all, okay? So I will do T1 مع T2, then the output of this, I will make it what with this one. So this will depend on this. So this join will depend on this join. What about this one? Here you will do T2 and T3 first. Join them. After you join them, so the output of these two, اللي هو output حق هذول, then it will be joined مع T1. So the output of this together with T1, you also join them. So this is what you will get. Is this clear يا شباب what I'm doing here? Is this clear for you? هذا وضح المشكلة ولا ما وضح? Is this clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Very good. Now we call this one a query tree. هذا نسميها query tree. هي نفسها هي هذه query tree. So I can convert any relational algebra into a tree, which we call query tree. Query tree. Query tree. Okay, so that's how we do query trees. Okay, this is another query tree for this one. Let me draw one more query tree for you. Okay. What about this one? These two are equivalent. For example, do you know this cross product, ya shabab? Let's say I have two tables.
Yes.
Yeah, cross product. T1 cross product and T2. Okay, and then if you take this and then make some kind of filtering in which you will say T1 dot column number, let's say 2 in T1 لازم يساوي T2 dot column number 3 مثلا. So first of all, you did cross product between two tables. Let's say this table has columns يعني C1 و C2 و C3. هذه برضو عندها columns C1 C2 C3. This is T1, this is T2. So I make cross product between the two, and later on I did filtering. Any row which satisfies T1 dot column 2, if column 2 of T1 is the same as column 3 of T1, they have the same value, خلاص I will keep them. Okay, so you do cross product, then you do selection. This is selection يعني, which is to filter rows that you don't want from this one. Is this clear for you يا شباب ولا لا؟ هل هذا واضح؟ You remember cross product?
It
Very
is.
good. Exactly. In fact, this one is exactly like this, يا شباب. It's exactly like T1 join T2. What's the condition? The same condition. خد الكونديشن هذا حطه هنا اللي هو T1 dot C2 is equals to T2 dot C3. So I can convert any cross product into join. If I have a cross product مع ايش؟ مع selection. Now I can convert it to what? I can convert it to join. But these are special kind of selection. هل هالبوينت هذا واضحة يا شباب ولا مش واضحة؟
Yes, it's clear.
Very good. How can I draw this? How can I convert one to a query tree? Simple. خد T1 and T2, convert them into a query tree like this. Not join, sorry. It's cross product. صحيح. It's cross product. It's cross product. So first of all, make a cross product of this. Then what do we do the output of this? We take the output of this and we make a selection. Then we say C2 of T1 يساوي C3 of T2. So this is from T2, this is from T1. So you can put it اختصرتها معلش مش موجود هنا T1 موجود T2. So this is a query tree which is exactly like this. Any question here? What about this one? How can you make this one? This is very simple. T1, T2, join them on what condition? On condition C1, من T1 is our C2 من T2 صحيح. So that's it. So this is exactly, the same as this. So I can take any relational algebra, I can convert it to a query tree. And don't forget, this and this will give you the same answer. معناتها this and this will give you the same answer. Is this point clear or not? Any question here? That's not clear. Okay, so I'm glad it's clear for you. So if this is clear for you, let me show you something else now. Don't forget a topic حقنا هو ايش؟ Query optimization. In query optimization, what it means is the following. It means make sure that your query will run very fast. Last time I gave you an example. If I have a big table, join هذه مع smaller table, then join هذه مع much smaller table. كلامتكم which one will you do first? Will you do this one first or will you do this one first?
The smaller one.
The smaller one is first. ليش؟ عشان Pluto. Because if I join this مع 2, this maybe the output will be too much. So what will happen is I cannot keep it in memory, so I have to send it to the disk. Later on to join it مع هذا. So if the intermediate output, which is going to be joined with this one, could be sometimes very big. So I need to send it to the disk, then bring it again from the disk. So write into the disk and then read it from the disk will cost me a lot. So what I would do is the best way to do it, read this one first, do this one first. Maybe this will give you a small table, then which you can keep in memory, then you can join it with this one. So the idea is the following. Do the small ones first. Join them. Then the output will be small, inshallah, so you don't have to send it to the disk. Maybe it will you can keep it in the memory. And then you join the output اللي هو الصغير مع التابل الكبيرة. So always we like to delay the big table until the end. طبعا هذا query tree you start from the bottom. So this is executed first. So this one is executed first, then this one is executed second. هل هذا واضح? Is this clear يا شباب? The idea هنا is to minimize going to the disk.
Yes,
if you go to the disk also, very good. Thank you very much. Now let me tell you one thing. If you have the following, if you have what I want to say, if you have in a relational algebra مثلا عندك cross product وممكن عندك join ممكن عندك projection وممكن عندك selection. So in fact this semester we are going to only assume that our queries will only contain this فقط, okay, for now. Okay, so I will give you only queries which contain this four عشان تعمل له optimize. Now which one is the most, which one will take it to the Pluto a lot? This is the worst one. This is number one, is the worst. Followed by join. Join is also expensive. Expensive معناتها ايش؟ it will take time to execute. Cross product takes more time to execute, especially if you have to go to the disk command. هذا ولا هذا, no, they don't consume a lot of time. They are the best. We like them. They are fast. They don't take it to Pluto a lot. هل هذا واضح ولا يا شباب؟
Yes, it's clear.
Very good. So what we should do is we should always try to what? If we have a big table, to join it with another big table, the best thing to do is what? What does this one do for you يا شباب? Projection ايش بيعمل لك؟ It will remove some of the columns.
Yeah.
So try if you can remove some of the columns from this before you join it, because join is expensive. So we try to remove some of the columns. نخليها صغيرة يعني كده. نفس الروز بس الكولومز هنا. برضه لو في عندك طريقة برضه نفس الشيء تسوي هذا. If you can do the projection of the columns that you don't need, also شيل الكولومات اللي ما تحبها قبل ما تعمل الجوين. So do the projection هنا. So شيل the column عشان يكون صغار يعني. فهمت علي؟ I will tell you exactly. I will give an example inshallah. Now again, if we can remove also some of these rows, so that I can also apply what? I can apply this to what? So they can be smaller. They can be smaller number of rows and smaller number of rows. So here I will minimize the columns. Here I will minimize the rows that I don't want. So filter the rows, remove the rows that you don't want, remove the columns that you don't want. Then after they become small, then you can join them. So you don't perform the join on the big ones. Try to make them small if you can, then perform the join on the small ones. And I will show you how. Do you understand the idea? So if you have two big tables to join, first of all, think of how can I remove some of the columns out of this table? So remove them. Can I remove some of the rows also? Remove them. Then do the joins. فأخر الجوين شوية لغاية ما إيش؟ لغاية ما تنقص الكولومات والروws. I will show you inshallah how to do that one, don't worry. Also, I just told you that any cross product مع selection you can do what? You can convert it into what? Into join. كلمتكم هذا قبل شوية صحيح؟ وريتكم an example of how I converted a cross product into a join, isn't it?
Yes.
Now the best thing to do is if you have a cross product برضه حاول تحولها إلى join لأنه join is less expensive. But cross product is the worst one, so we don't like it at all. Okay, so let me show you now how to take an SQL statement and how does the DBMS, what DBMS will do to make it, to execute it fast. So what I'm saying is the following. What I'm saying is, given a SQL statement, the DBMS هياخدها هيعمل لها scanning and parsing and validation وتكلمنا عنه وفي النهاية هعمل لها optimization. Today I am talking about fun. What do you think this will do? Okay, what do you think this will do? So let me show you how this will make your SQL statement. He will transform it so that he doesn't execute a lot of cross product. He will make it very, very fast for you. So let me show you what this guy will do. For example, let's assume we gave him this SQL statement. Select last name from employee, workers on, and project, where project name equals to acquirers, ESSN equals to SSN, project number equals to PNO, project date equals to 1975, and so on. شايفين ال SQL statement هذا يا شباب؟
Yes.
Very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this one to what? Mr. DBMS هقول له عمل لها execute. Suppose عمل لها scanning وعمل لها parsing وعمل لها validating كله كان مظبوط والحين وصلت على الاوبتمايزيشن. So the first thing he will do is, first of all, he will convert this one into relational algebra. Do you think how he will convert it? Very, very easy. This is what he will do. What he will do is he will convert it into, sorry, this, forget about that. He will convert this one into relational algebra. هوريكم كيف هيعمل لها convert. هياخد الامبلوي أول مرة هياخد الفروم clause. He will convert it to a relational algebra. طبعا now before I talk about that one, look at the where clause يا شباب. How many conditions عندي هنا? How many conditions are there in the where clause?
You have 4 here.
4 conditions, yes. This is condition number 1. This is condition number 2. This is condition number 3. This is condition number 4. So in my where clause, I have 4 conditions. Now look at this condition. This condition contains what? It contains a column name equals to a constant. شايفين هذا? The second one, it contains column name يساوي another column name. The third one contains also a column name يساوي column name. P&O is a column name. P number is also a column name. What about this one? What kind of a condition is this one? This is a column name. What about this one? It's a constant, صحيح?
Yes, it's birthday.
Sorry? It's birthday, exactly. So,
yes.
But it's not it's a value. It's not a column name, صحيح? So,
yes.
If I have a column name and another column name like this, or like this, we call this a join condition. نسميها join condition. A join condition is simply معناتها condition مع condition قاعد تقارن. It can be greater, it can be less, it doesn't matter. So what you have is you have a condition and another condition, you have equal sign, or you can whatever, most of the times equal sign. يعني. So when you have an attribute and another attribute, we call it a join. But if you have an attribute with a constant, we call it a selection condition. So there are 2 kinds of conditions. We have a join condition, we have a selection condition. Why do we call that one? We call this one a join condition because probably this is used to join one attribute from one table, which equals to another attribute from another table. So normally we do this one for joining. Yeah. Anyhow, so we have 2 kinds of conditions. So we have a join condition and we have a selection condition. So these 2 are join conditions, whereas this one and this one are what? Are selection conditions. هل هذا واضح? What I mean by join condition and selection condition? Is this clear?
Honestly, not clear, Doctor. Can you repeat it?
I'm just saying there are 2 kinds of conditions, okay?
Yeah.
How many conditions عندي هنا? 4 صحيح؟
Yes.
There are 2 types of conditions. في condition عندها ايش؟ عندها column name يساوي constant. وفي condition عندها column name يساوي column name.
Okay.
So the one column name هنسميها join condition. أما column name constant نسميها ايش؟ نسميها selection condition. So this is selection condition لأنه column name يساوي ايش؟ يساوي constant وهذا برضو column name مع constant. أما هذا column مع column مع column. So column يساوي column يساوي column. So we call this one join. Column يساوي constant or column يساوي constant نسميها ايش؟ نسميها select condition. So I have 2 kinds of conditions, simply 2 kinds of conditions. I have selection condition and I have join condition. معي ولا إيه؟ In a join condition عندي attribute column name يساوي another column name. Attribute يساوي another attribute. This can be SSN يساوي birthday مثلا. أما هنا value أو column name يساوي value. column name يساوي إيش؟ value. A constant يعني. A value. So هذا نسميها لو عندك كده it doesn't matter whether this is equal or greater. لو عندك column name and a value then we call this one selection condition. لو عندك column name مع another column name attribute another attribute نسميها join condition. هل هذا وضحت الحين ولا ما وضحت؟
Yes, clear now. Thank you, Doctor.
Very good, thank you. So let's do the following now. I will give this query. ناخذ الكويري هذه هنعمل لها ايش الحين؟ ايش حيسوي فيها الاوبتمايزر؟ هذا اللي هتكلم عنه. اول حياخذها الى كويري تري. عندنا what kind of a condition؟ عندنا join صحيح، عندنا selection. هذا تعتبر كروس برودكت عندنا بتاعت employee works on، وهذا عندنا ايش يا شباب؟ projection صحيح؟ معي ولا ايه؟ تقدر تحولوها هذه يا شباب الى ريليشنال الجبرا ولا ما تقدر؟ اوريكم بسهوله صحيح؟ اعمل كده، خذ الامبلوي تيبل كروس برودكت الوركس اون تيبل كروس برودكت البروجكت تيبل، خذ الفروم كلوز يعني، بعدين خذ هذول واعمل له سelection اللي هم من الاربعه كونديشن. let me just put them condition number 1 and condition number 2 and condition number 3 and condition number 4. خلاص سوينا هذا بالكروس برودكت وهذا سوينا بالسلكشن، وعن هذا عملنا السلكشن كله وهذا بالكروس برودكت. الحين ما قلنا ايش؟ project what last name. So will this and this give you the same output ولا لا يا شباب؟ Yes it will. They are the same. هل هذا واضح ولا لا؟
واضح دكتور.
Okay, very good. So can you give me a query tree لهذا يا شباب؟ تقدر تحول هذه الى query tree؟ اي ريليشنال الجبرا تقدر تحولها على query tree. خليني اوريكم كيف تسويها. خذ اول براكت هو هذا صحيح؟ سو عندي اي كروس برودكت مع مين؟ مع دبليو زنتي. سوينا هذه، الحين خلينا نسوي هذه. خذ هذه كروس برودكت مع مين؟ مع بي. خلصنا هذه. So this will do first followed by this. إذا عندنا الكونديشن هذه. طيب نعمل الكونديشن. خذ هنا كونديشن نمبر 1 لغاية كونديشن نمبر 4. بعد ما تخلص الكونديشن الاوتبوت، طبعا الاوتبوت حق هذا حيروح مع هذا، بعدين حق الاوتبوت حق هذول كلهم حنعمل له سelection، بعد الاوتبوت حق هذول كلهم نعمل له projection. project what last name sorry. Did you get the point يا شباب ولا لا؟ Did you get the point?
Yes.
Very good. So this one هذه لو انتم شفتوها it is the same one like this one. اخذت الامبلوي مع الوركس اون عملت كروس برودكت، بعدين اخذت البروجكت عملت كروس برودكت، خديت الكونديشن كله هنا وفي النهايه عملت البروجكشن. So this is exactly the same as this. They will give the same output. But this is what in SQL, this is in relational algebra. And what about this one? Sorry. What about this one? This is a query tree. أنا عملتها بالquery tree. So they are all the same, 3 of them. So this is what exactly الاوبتمايزر هيعمل. هيحول لك ال SQL statement حقك الى query tree. بعدين هياخد الquery tree هيظبطها. كيف هيظبطها؟ هوريكم الحين. What it will do is, we don't want to start with cross product لأنه cross product is very bad صحيح؟ If I make one big table cross product لأن هنا هيعمل ايش؟ هياخد الامبلوي تيبل مع workers on هيعمل لها cross product which is a big table of product of this. then هياخد الاوتبوت بتاعت البيج تيبل هذه then he will make cross product again مع project. بعدين هياخد التيبل بتاعت 2 cross products هيعمل لها selection في النهايه هيعمل لها projection. If you do this, this will take a lot of time. Very bad idea. What we do? First of all, we hate cross product. اتكلمت على الكلام هذا شاب قلت لك cross product is very expensive ما نحبهاش isn't it?
Yes.
Very good. So what we should do is first of all نسكر التيبلات. ليش ما باخذ هذه واسويها بدري شويه؟ selection condition عندي هنا وعندي selection condition هنا صحيح؟ ليش باخرهم في الاخير؟ هذول حسويهم قبل هذول، ما اصلا حصفيهم، صفيهم من اول. ف project name is Aquarius، هذا جاي من وين؟ هذا project name is Aquarius جاي من البروجكت شكلها صحيح؟
Yes.
So I will move it here. So خذ الكونديشن هذه سويها هنا، سويها في المحل هذه، نسمي هذه كونديشن 1 معلش، سوي الكونديشن 1 هنا. So لما تعمل البروجكت تيبل حتكون صغيره، لما تجي على هنا حتكون صغيره. ما حنعمل قبل ما نعمل كروس برودكت we are going to do what؟ لان احنا دائما نبتدي من تحت. So we are going to do ايش؟ C1 هنا. What about birthday? This comes from which table? You remember هذه؟ From the employee table صحيح؟
Yes.
So remove it from here. We already removed this one. Remove this one from here. So bring it here. So bring condition 4 here. This way is the employee table. When I apply condition 4 to it, I will remove all the rows that don't contain 1975 12 31 birthday. الباقي ما عايزهم خلاص شيلهم. ليش تتأخر؟ سويها من بدري عشان نسأل على الكروس برودكت عشانها تكون صغيرة. Are you with me يا شباب ولا لا؟
Yes. Doctor,
Yes.
we use this to eliminate unnecessary column and rows, yes?
Exactly. For two reasons. First of all, we don't want to do the cross product معايا ولا ايه؟ Because it's expensive. If we give it two big tables زي ما هما, it will take a lot of time. So what do we do first? ناخذ الامبلوي نسكرها. What do? We remove all the employees, but we keep only those who are birthdays 1975 or something. معايا ولا ايه؟ So employee table كانت كبيرة هنا. We applied this to it عشان كده سكرناها. يمكن خليناها one row ولا حاجة ما أدري. I don't know how many people are about that. So this cross product will happen on this one, not on this one. Are you following me, Shah?
Yes.
Very good. The same thing with project also. Let's say the project table is big, so I will remove any project which is not its name equal to Aquarius. معناته ايش البروجكت يمكن only one project will be left here. Very small table. This is what I want to do. Another thing. What about this? ملاحظين هنا this is a join condition صحيح؟ معناته it's trying to join two tables, project number و project number. So this is from what? Project number هذه تذكرها فين موجودة؟ هذه موجودة في الوركس اون صحيح؟ ولا لا؟ هذه موجودة في البروجكت تيبل. عشان تتذكر يا شباب هنا. project number موجودة في البروجكت تيبل معايا ولا ايه؟ و P&O موجود فين؟ في الوركس اون. So he's trying to join these two tables. So this is what he's doing here. So what we should do is, instead of, I want to join the workers on مع البروجكت, isn't it? So what I will do is, why don't I bring the project إلى هنا والemployee إلى هنا معي ولا إيه؟ So that I will do the join between works on and project. يعني هل عندي employee والworks on هل عندهم something? Oh yeah, عندي هنا ESSN مع SSN. This belongs to who? This belongs to the employee. So what I will do is I can convert this into join, but with a condition طبعا. ESSN equals to ايش؟ equals to SSN. خلاص, I don't have a cross product anymore. I convert the cross product into what? Into join. And I showed you an example في بداية الحصة قلت لكم any cross product مع selection I can convert it into a join. قلت لكم تذكروا ولا لا؟
Yes, you remember.
Very good. The same thing here. So now the output of this, with this, what I can do is I can take this one now, P number, a join. I can convert this one to a join also. P number and P أنو مع بعض هنا. خلاص, this also I got rid of what? I don't have what? I don't have a cross product anymore. I have two join instead of two cross products. بس استخدمت هذا مع cross product عشان أحولها للجوين. استخدمت هذا مع الكروس برودكت عشان حولتها للجوين. الحين حولتهم للجوين. Is this clear? So this is a trick. You can convert any cross product which takes a lot of time to execute into a join. هل هذا واضح ولا مش واضح؟ ها؟
Doctor?
Yes.
Do we have to tell the optimizer which column is in which table or he will check.
No. All you have to do is just write SQL وخلاص. So he knows what to do. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He knows. He's very smart. He knows what to do. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, what he will do is, do you think he is finished? Okay. So this is what we did now. So جبنا هذه خلاص تخلصنا من هذه كلها وديناها تحت. هذه وديناه هنا وهذه وديناه هنا وهذا مع هذا وديناه هنا وحولناه كده سهل. But I can do better. شوف the employee table عندها how many. What do I need here يا شباب? I need only what? Can I remove some columns هنا ولا لا? Before I do the join. Can I remove columns? هنا وهنا. Can I remove columns? Okay. Let me put it different way for you. What you should do is the following. Let me show you the final answer, okay? عشان أوريكم كيف عملها optimize. Okay? So this is what he did. عمل ايش هو؟ اللي كانت هنا جاب هذا هنا birthday وداه تحت وبروجكت نمبر وداه تحت أول مرة وهذه مع هذه أظنهم حيلخبطهم مع بعض حيحولهم إلى join وهذا مع هذا حيحولهم إلى join. So how can I convert one to join like this one? استني. So what he did was like this one. شوف الحين حولها إلى join الحين. حولها إلى join ما عندناش cross process anymore حولها إلى join. This is not join sorry. الكروس برودكت حولهم إلى join. So this way كيف حولهم؟ هذه أصله كانت كروس برودكت. دائما قلت لكم الكروس برودكت ولو سelection لو عندك تقدر تحولهم إلى إيش؟ هذول الاثنين هذول تقدر تحولهم إلى join. هذا اللي عملته.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes, please.
If we have like cross product and selection, and we convert it to join, okay? Is it faster to convert it to join or the same?
It is much faster.
Okay.
It's much faster. Cross product is very expensive. Join is cheaper than cross product. Cross product تاخذ وقت طويل يعني. عشان كذا حول الكروس برودكت اللي كانت هنا هذه كروس برودكت خذها مع هذه هذول يعطيك الجوين. خذ التيبل هذه سمي هذه تيبل 1 مثلا وهذه تيبل 2 فعندك تيبل 1 كروس برودكت وتيبل 2 بعدين لو عندك سelection فيها كونديشن تحولها هذه لايش؟ الى تيبل 1 جوين تيبل 2 وخذت الكونديشن از جوين كونديشن. هذا اللي عملته هنا اخذت هذه حولتها ليش؟ الى جوين مع الكونديشن هذه. So this is what it looks like. هل هذا واضح ولا ما واضح يا شباب؟
Yes, clear.
I hope so. شوف الحين يا شباب. So we are not done yet الحين. So معناته أول مرة حنعمل إيش يا شباب؟ Tell me. أول مرة حنعمل مين؟ حنعمل هذه isn't it؟ حناخذ البروجكت دائما نمشي من تحت لفوق في الكويري دائما نمشي من تحت لفوق. حناخذ البروجكت ونعمل إيش البروجكت؟ نشيل كل الرو اللي ما عنده مين؟ اللي ما عنده PNM equals to acquires. We only keep some rows. We remove the rows. فسكرناها الحين. التيبل اللي كانت بروجكت كبيرة شلنا منها بعض الروز. Now we have small number of rows. So why are we doing this one? Because I know join is expensive. Or we don't like to give a big table to the join. Work is on. We don't have any condition. خلاص غصبا عنا we will take it as it is. كانت كبيرة مثلا هنا حتكون نفس الحجم هنا برضه. Then join this. طبعا هذه كانت البروجكت كانت كبيرة يعني. كانت كبيرة. So instead of joining this مع هذه, what did we do? We are now going to join this مع هذه. Why? Because we applied this one first before we do the join. I'm going to join small table مع small مع this table, the same table تقريبا. Now again, the employee table is very big. But what do we do? أخذنا الemployee table بس أخذنا الروس اللي فيها إيش؟ 1975 اللي مولودين فقط. معناتها خلاص شلنا الروس اللي باقيين اللي ما نحتاجهم. The same columns we kept here. Now I'm going to join the output of these two مع هذه مش مع الكبيرة هذه. So when I do this, I'm going to perform it مع هذه بدل مع كبيرة هذه, because I remove those rows which we don't want, which is, this is a conditional. After that, then I will do the projection. فهمتوا trick how to delay the join, remove the cross product. This is what the optimizer will do. هيلعب بالطريقة هذه الoptimizer. Is this point clear ولا مش clear يا شباب?
Yes, it's clear.
So all we are doing
do you have like
we are trying to remove the cross product. We hate it, takes a lot of time to do. We also we don't like join, but غصبا عنا we cannot get rid of join. So what do we do? So we try to give the join a very small tables بدل ما نعطيهم big tables. How do we do this one? Don't give the table project as it is. Remove the rows that you don't want. Don't give the employee table as it is to the join. Remove the columns, the rows that you don't want. So that hopefully there will be smaller rows left from employee and smaller left from project. Then do the join after that. Sorry, you have a question?
no.
واضح مشكلة؟ واضحة؟ Very good.
Thank you.
We can even make better كمان الحين. ممكن نظبطها زيادة كمان لسه. هوريكم كيف. ايش نحتاج هنا؟ Only last name. That's all we need. صحيح؟ ايش نحتاج هنا وهنا؟ نحتاج SSN. معناته هنا في المحلات هذه، في الثلاثة المحلات هذه نحتاج only 3 columns. نحتاج ايش؟ last name ونحتاج ESSN و SSN. الباقي ما نحتاجهم. So what I should do is the SSN جاي من الامبلوي و last name برضه جاي من الامبلوي. So what I can do here is after this selection I can even make the table smaller by doing projection. نتخلص من الكولومات. الامبلوي تيبل عندها 10 كولومز بس ما احتاج ال 10 كولوم. انا محتاج بس ال SSN و last name. So what I can do is I can say هنا give me only project only the SSN and what? And the last name فقط. The rest I don't need them. So what did I do? شفت التريكة اللي لعبتها؟ First of all, I removed the rows that I don't want. Then I am now removing the columns that I don't want in the output. So I will be left employee table كانت كبيرة. First of all, we took everyone whose birthday is not 1975 فسطرناها بالطريقة هذه. Then what did I do? Again خليت only 2 columns. بس الكولوم اللي فيه SSN والكولوم اللي فيه مين؟ Last name. الباقيين كل شلناهم. We don't want them. So now I have even much smaller table with only what? With only 2 columns فقط. So I'm going to join this one. So شفت the trick اللي لعبناها. So we applied selection, we removed the rows. We applied projection, we removed the columns that we don't want. هل هذا واضح ولا مش واضح شباب؟ Okay. So let me just do it again for you. So in this place, after this, what I will do is I will do the following. This place, I will do what? I will do this. I will do. Okay. Only leave SSN and what? And last name. That's all I will need after this point. So what he did was أخذ الemployee table عمل فيها ايش selection where birth date is equals to 1975. بعدين أخذها هذه برضو عملها ايش؟ عمل الاوتبوت حقها عملها project. شفت هذا البروجكت عملها هنا. بعد ما عمل هذا عمل project which is SSN and what? with last name. Then هياخد هذه هيعمل لها join. So this is very small table now. The employee table قسيناها مرتين. قسينا الروز اللي ما عايزينه وقسينا الكولومز اللي ما عايزينه. This way لما وصلنا على join what we don't like because it takes time, we will give it a very small table with fewer number of columns and fewer number of rows. At this point clear يا شباب ولا؟
Yes, clear.
Can I do the same thing here? Can I project here? Now look at the works on table. The works on table, it has how many columns? It has 4 columns, 3 columns, ESSN, PNO, and hours. Do I need hours? I don't need hours. Maybe ESSN and PNO, I will need them. لو لاحظت عليها I need P&O هنا هحتاجه طبعا عشان اعمل join به. I need also ESSN هنا. الباقي ما احتاجه. So what I will do is I will remove the hours. I will only keep P&O and ESSN فقط. I don't need to take the hours with me. They are not needed anymore. We don't use hours whatsoever. What about this? Can I do something, Shabab, from the project? What do I need from the project?
You only need the P number.
Only I need P number. خلاص. So I will just take P number معي. ليش أخذ كل من P number project عندها how many columns؟ شفتوا؟ عندها 4 columns. P name و P number و P location. هذا ما قاعد استخدمه ولا هذا قاعد استخدم هذا. بس اللي قاعد استخدمه P number فقط. فهمت علي؟ So what I will do is I will go back and I will say only P name is needed يعني. So I will just put P name here. You got the point يا شباب? What about this? Can I do something هنا? خلاص الحين I don't need what? طبعا after you join this one you will have a new table. The new table will contain P name, it will contain P&O and the SSN فقط يا شباب. لأنه this table when you make a join it will contain only 3 columns. After this join you have only 3 columns which are what? P&O, ESSN and what? And P name. صحيح? So after this one, I don't need P number anymore. I will not use it يعني. So what I will do is I will remove P name. Sorry, I will remove أنا عملت P name بالغلط يا شباب. P number يا أخي they are not following يا أخي. مشينا اللي ساكت بس كده. P number هنا. ليش سكتوا؟ I don't think you are understanding what I'm saying. I don't know.
Doctor, your writing is not good, so we can't read it. Sorry.
Okay. Let me show you here now. Let me show you here. This is the final answer. Can you see this one now clearly ولا لا؟
Yes, we can see it.
Very good. عملت ايش الحين شفتها؟ هذا this is a final table. This is the SQL that I'm going to execute. This is what is going to be executed. This is the plan. This is how it's going to be. So what did I do? First of all, أخذت the project table. I removed all the rows that I don't want from the project table. Then I removed all the columns that I don't want from the project table. I kept only P number. Why? Because only P number is needed above this. What about from the workers on table? I don't need the hours, works on and hours. I only need the ESSN and P&O. Why do I need ESSN P&O? لأنه P&O هستخدمه هنا فوق. اللي تحتاجه فوق ايش هو؟ و SSN هستخدمه فين؟ هستخدمه هنا. So I will only keep this. Then after I do the join, طبعا sorry, let me say. So look here, the project table is very big. Very big. The works on table is also very big. The employee table is in fact bigger than all of them. So what did I do first of all? أخذت البروجكت. I only removed any column which doesn't contain what? P name, acquirers. So inshallah the project table will be very small. Only few rows. Any row who does not شلته برا. بعدين what did I do? Project عندها 4 columns. So what did I do? شلت الثلاثة برا. So I only kept the P number. So I only kept 1 column. شوف التيبل بقت صغيرة ازاي؟ بقت صغيرة خالص. So the same number of rows but only 1 column. Now this is what I'm going to join هنا بعدين. What about for the works on table? I don't have a condition طبعا selection condition فأخذت ايش؟ شلت الhours out. So خليت نفس الروز بس بدون hours. Only how many columns? 2 columns بدل 3 columns. Only ESSN and P&O. Then I joined this and this one مع هذا. So 2 small tables instead of joining these 2 big tables. What is the output of this join statement هذه؟ ايش هو الاوتبوت حق هذه؟ حتكون only this column and this column and this column 3 columns. So after I do this join هذه معناته ايش؟ the output of this join حتكون عندها 3 columns. 3 columns حيكون عندها. What are the 3 columns? P number, P&O, and what? ESSN. Then what did I do? اتخلصت من الاثنين كمان خلاص. بعد ما عملت الجوين I don't need P number and I don't need what PNO. I don't need them. All I need is only ESSN فقط اللي بحتاجه لأنه I'm using it here ESSN. ف I kept only ESSN. So سقرتها كمان زيادة هنا. Only I kept only ESSN. Then أخذت ال ESSN. What did I do here? From the employee table, first of all, I removed all the rows that I don't want. Then I only kept 2 columns out of the 10 columns. And then I joined only those 2 columns, which contain only birthday 1725, مع هذه, which is also small table. So I'm joining only the small table مع the small table. And this is what I did. So this is the select statement اللي شفتوها في البداية. هذه select statement حولناها إلى إيش الحين؟ إلى a very very fast one to execute, which is this one. حولناها إلى إيش؟ إيش هي هذه؟ Let me write it for you in what? In relational algebra. First of all, start with project. So if we have condition number 1, اعتبرها هذه condition number 1 معلش. Select with condition number 1 of the project table. بعدين take this one. أعمل لها إيش؟ نعمل لها project. Those 2 columns that you want. Do the same thing for the works on also. So the works on table أعمل هذه وأعمل هذه. Then you join them يعني. So for the works on حيكون عندي كده. الworks on عندك project ESS works on table. What do you project? Only those 2 columns. Then take this one and take this one and perform this join. أعمل الجوين بيناتهم. بعد ما تعمل الجوين خذ هذول لهم إيش؟ أعمل لهم again. شيل كل حاجة بس خليك ESS. بعدين خذ الامبلوي تيبل نفس الشيء. الامبلوي تيبل اعمل فيها سelection واعمل فيها ايش؟ projection. بعدين خذ الاوتبوت حقت البروجكشن وخذ الاوتبوت هذا مع بعض اعمل لهم ايش؟ اعمل لهم جوين اللي هو الجوين هذه. وفي النهايه كل I'm sorry for this. Okay, اعمل هنا. I don't know. Did you get the point يا شباب؟
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah. So what you have to do is push down selection and projection. أول push down the selection تحت وديه. بعدين push down the projection برضو تحت. بعدين تسوي join بعد كده. نفس الشيء برضو. جيب البروجكشن وتجيب السلكشن تحت عشان لما نسأل على الجوين يكون التيبلات صغيرة. We only keep the columns that we want on the rows that we want. The rest remove it. This way, when you do the join, it will not go to the disk. It will stay in the memory because the tables are small. So this is a trick they play, ya shabab. This is what they do during optimization. So this is what Mr. Optimizer will do. So لما تعطيه SQL statement, he will what? He will scan it, parse it, validate it, optimize it. So this is what it's doing. During this, حولها إلى tree إلى very good tree يعني. So this is what he will do. How does he do it? He will push selection down. أول مرة حيسوي push down معناتها تخليهم تقعد في الquery tree down. Then he will also push the projection down. First of all, he will convert any cross product into what يا شباب? Into a join. But قبل ما نعمل join, we will remove the columns that we don't want. We will remove the rows that we don't want. Then we perform the join. This is how queries are optimized. This is how they make them, the DBMS بيعملها fast too. So each SQL that you wrote حصل معاها كده. This is what happened to it. Any question in this chapter?
Doctor, could you please return to the SQL statement?
Yes. This SQL statement, yes.
Yes. Here the birthday is greater, not equal.
Yeah,
And
it doesn't matter. It's still we consider it selection. It doesn't matter. معناته ايش؟ You are going to remove from the table اي birthday اكثر من كده you will remove, اقل من كده you will remove him. You will leave يعني. So انت قاعد يعني ايش؟ تسقط التيبل ولا لا؟ By removing those columns, those rows which are not needed. Yes. Whether it is equal, greater, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Was this clear يا شباب? Is this clear for do you have any question? Okay, so let me stop here. If you have any question, inshallah, I still have my office hours on Sunday وكل حاجة موجود. I will give you inshallah, but let me just stop recording and then let me talk a little bit about